Yeah, you're live.
Welcome to our rescue, live again. We're now at Guatemala City Airport. The animals have come out onto the runway and they're about to be loaded. We've got some already actually. There, some have already been lifted up. Let's have a look inside and see if we can see them coming.
The man and Sasha the tiger are a couple. They've always been together. Really very, very nice pair. They're going to go to South Africa into their own enclosure with a pool, with night houses, with trees. With platforms, everything that a tiger could want.
Here they come. Here they come. They're on their flight. They're on their flight to liberty. Let's take a quick look outside to see the next ones come up. Okay, that's the lift going down. They're all waiting for their turn. Has just been lifted up onto the aircraft. Looks like there's another one about to be taken up. This has been a long, hard road, people, but this is the day of joy for us, and these animals don't quite know how good life is going to get, but we'll certainly give them a taste of the kind of care and love and kindness they're going to get at the ADI Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, it's taking quite a long time. Let's take a quick look inside. There we go. There's two. There's a cable in my bag. The 2 pallets up now. Each pallet, the metal pallets, has 4 animals. 2 animals for each pallet. they come. This is them getting locked down. Basically their travel crate is strapped and then netting put over it to keep it solid and solidly held on to the pallet. And now they're being rolled forward into their positions. We have sun and moon. Here they come. Here they come. And we're going to be coming out to them every few minutes to look after them. We've got Sombra and we've got Itza on the far side.
Bird. This is Moon and her sister's son.
And here they are.
Our first truck loaded.
Let's quickly look outside.
Huge rescue. 18 months of really tough work trying to get these animals away from the circuses, then keeping them, having to work here in Guatemala with them. It's been a lot of opposition.
See who's next?
The costs have been enormous. They've been much more than we expected. And getting the flight out of Guatemala was very, very complicated because of restrictions on flights from Guatemala. So we do hope you can help us stick with this rescue. Please donate if you possibly
This one was one of those rescues where it started out so straightforward.
Not only to get these animals to their new home, but to settle them into their new home.
But as everyone knows, there was a lot of opposition, a lot of threats to our people, threats to the animals, and people trying to keep the animals, take them back for entertainment. But we fought through and we got them. We got them and we did that together. That was all of our supporters standing firm, making sure we got these animals away from the circuses to their new home in South Africa. Here's the next group. The next group going up. They're going along now. You can just see them under the wing. And they're going to go up on the big lift, the high loader, which raises them up to the aircraft doors. And we did this together. All of you, all of us, we did this together. We saved these 17 and they're coming to Africa to spend the rest of their life in peace and harmony, respected, cared for and loved. 17 altogether. Our 5 lions,
we're now loading up
and our
ready to
17
go to the
tigers.
airport. We're going to be flying from Guatemala to South Africa. We have 5 lions and
All of your
12
donations
tigers.
have gone to this absolutely massive operation. A huge aircraft to get us all the way to South Africa from Guatemala.
Very briefly,
We're going to be flying for about 34 hours.
The circus
Going to Mexico, Belgium, Doha, and then to Johannesburg. We're going to make sure we look after these animals really carefully all the way through. I do hope that you'll continue supporting these animals for the rest of their lives. Not just for this rescue, not just for the cost of this huge flight, but cover their costs when they're living at the sanctuary for the rest of their lives. What they need is for you to be with them,
this is our
for you
first
to stick with them for life,
we're going to have one
be
more
loyal
on this
to them
truck,
and
that'll
take
be our
care of
first
them.
truck
They could live for another
ready to
20
go to the
years,
airport.
especially the
This is going to
younger
take
ones. They really
some
need you
hours
now.
to get them all loaded. You can
They
see
go.
how slow and careful it is. Ahead of us, because we do have to move swiftly and carefully.
The opportunity for us to have an individual temperature controlled area for our animals. So we're sharing cargo with other cargo, the space with other cargo, but we'll be able to control their own temperature. And we've got 3 animals on medication at the moment, so we will need to access them regularly and give them medication. A lot of the problems we've got with these animals are the same kind of thing you see in the circuses. But with these tigers, we have seen problems from inbreeding. And they've got various types of problems. Some of them are having seizures. But our vets do think that if we get them to South Africa, we get them on the right treatment, especially vitamin treatment. A lot of this is caused by vitamin deficiencies. They think that they can make them feel much, much better. Let's have a look at them inside again. There's nothing quite like this perfume. I've just stepped into the cargo area, and that very familiar and lovely perfume of tigers and lions all mixed together. So that's going to be our very comforting scent throughout the aircraft for the rest of our journey. Well, we're going to enjoy it, that's the main thing. While these ones are lifted, we can tell you a little bit about how the layout has been worked out. The most important thing has been to keep friends together and families together. The one thing that's so cruel with animals in captivity is that they don't get to stay with their family. It's very cruel the way they're torn from their family. But we've got, for example, the 2 female cubs, Sun and Moon. They're travelling on the same pallet. They're travelling together. Itza is travelling with his mate Sombra, and then right behind them are Max and Stripes, the 2 young male cubs who are now really quite large boys. The lions are all in a group. Kimber and Sasha and Thomas, and of course Tanya and Tarzan. So well known by everyone for the really wonderful piece of footage we have of Tarzan giving Tanya a wash, and many people have seen that and enjoyed that. A whole new dimension of their lives we don't normally see. Here they come. Here they come. We have some more on their way to join Itza and Sombra and Sun and Moon. Let's see if we can get a little look. Can't see very much, but that's Sun inside her crate. Now let's have a little look at the flight attendants who will be caring. This is Mary, and here is Low Sprague, Mary Kirchin.
Hi everybody.
And here's Howard Rosner is the vet for the flight. Howard came to us just for a few days ago. Got great thanks to Betsy Colville, one of our greatest supporters, who found Howard for us to take care of the animals on this flight. And then, of course, last but not least, is Tim. Let's get round. So we have, that's it. We've got some light coming in now. So this is the flight crew. These are the attendants who are going to be caring for the animals, providing them with amusement and food and water and general entertainment. And Howard, of course, will be looking after the 3 that we have at the moment who need medication because of their seizures. Okay, let's have a look. I think inside they are actually moving them forward a little bit now. As they get closer, we'll be able to see who we've got coming up next. There's another group being loaded. So for people who've just tuned in, this is the 5 lions and 12 tigers rescued from circuses in Guatemala. Animal Defenders International is flying them to our sanctuary in South Africa, and this flight is going to take us from Guatemala to Mexico to Belgium to Doha and then finally to Johannesburg. It's been quite a challenge finding a flight for 17 lions and tigers. Last group.
Mandame el número, sale.
As you can see, there's one more pallet to go. Let's have a look inside. few people are asking questions, and at the moment, with the bright sunshine on the screen, we can't quite read them. So we're going to go inside again for a moment, just to help us see some of those questions. The flight is 34 hours. The 34 hours includes the stops. So we leave Guatemala City very soon, we hope. And it's a short flight to Guadalajara in Mexico, where we stop briefly. And then we go on to Liège in Belgium, where there's a slightly longer stop. And then our next stop and change of aircraft is in Doha. And then it's the flight to Johannesburg. We arrive in Johannesburg early Tuesday morning. But let's have a quick look and see who's coming. Someone asked about the cubs. And although we still refer to them as cubs, they are, of course, all really quite grown up. The two boys are huge, and of course Sun and Moon are very grown up now. We have Bimbi. Bimbi and another member of the family this group. We've got, so in this crate is Bimbi and Lupe. It is a long and complicated flight, but these flights come down to money. We have to share cargo, and we have to find a flight that we can afford. As it is, each time we looked at different flights, we were finding that the money was increasing.
You should not be stamping on that lock, man. No. Please don't stamp on that lock. Another look at the next two pallets. So this is another 4 animals. Let's see how we're doing
side. Here's our lovely load master, making sure that they're all safe, secure, and he's been really very helpful about the needs of the animals and how we need to care for them, so we're very grateful for that. Someone asked about the pallets. It's actually just this metal device. It's a metal sheet with rollers and clips on that clips to the aircraft to keep the cargo secure, and it keeps everything secure. And actually what they did, whether I can show you that there, you can see there's some wood under Moon's travel crate, and the airline decided that the pallet might be a little bit too cold because it was metal on a metal crate, and so what they did, they put some wood in between the crates and the metal to keep the animals more comfortable. Inside our crates, of course, they're lying on wood, and as I mentioned earlier, we can temperature control our space where our lions and tigers are. Everyone is settling down,
but what you want to use it for?
and
Food or something?
our crew all getting ready as they continue to load. Tim's just talking to them about the food that we'll be giving them. Someone just asked about how we store the food, and we bring it with us, and obviously the airline decides what we can bring, but we bring it in cool boxes, very large cool boxes, so that throughout the flight we can provide snacks to keep them happy. Yes, they'll be coming to the ADI Wildlife Sanctuary in South Africa. For the tigers, we've built a territory of 650,000 square feet to give them all the space they need to run and play. And the most important element we believe in their lives is to finally have the space to do whatever they want to do. If they want to run, they can run, and they can run at full speed. There's enough space to play. They can chase birds, chase other animals, do all the things that cats like to do. And all of the line enclosures we have are all huge acres. We've made the most of the fact that the land is cheaper in South Africa, and we were able to set up there.
Nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. We're very happy to have you here. Gracias, sí, gracias.
We're filling up.
Hi, my name is Francis. I'm General Director of Civil Aviation of Guatemala. Welcome you to Qatar Airways. We have a great relation with Qatar, and we have been working with, well, the airplane is Qatar.
No. I'm sorry.
So thank you so much. Thank you for coming to Guatemala, and you're welcome anytime.
And thank you for helping the animals. It's so appreciated.
Thank you so much.
What we're just watching now is our loading crew, who are making sure that each of the animals is secure and safe.
Okay.
It's been a very long 18 months as we all worked so hard to rescue these animals from the circuses, and we worked very closely with the government of Guatemala. Once the Guatemalan people decided that they no longer wanted to see animals in circuses and the government passed their law, their next step was to think what they would do with the animals. How would they handle the animals that were in the circuses at the time? And they came to ADI and asked if we would help. And that's when we said yes, and all of our supporters said yes. And we do want to thank everyone so much for staying with these animals, with Itza and Sombra and the cubs, Max and Stripes, and Lupe and Bimbi, and all of the other animals, the lions, Kimber, and oh, just a moment, just a second, something happening. No, Jade and Luna, the tigers Jade and Luna and Bimbi and Lupe will have their own lives. Itza and Sombra, Max and Stripes and Sun and Moon, the older cubs who are quite grown up by now, and of course Kumal and Sasha, and the tigers Tarzan and Tanya, Kimber and Sasha. We have a Sasha lioness and a Sasha tigress, and that always does cause some confusion. All of these animals, all 17 of them, will have the freedom to enjoy life as close as possible to the life that they lost when they were stolen from the wild, or their ancestors were stolen from the wild.
Oh, I just want to point something out, Jan. So the people sitting over there in the hard hats is a mixture of people working at the airport and the ADI team who've been looking after these animals for months. There's people there from Guatemala, Bolivia, Colombia and Peru. All have come, they've been here for months and months and months caring for these animals, and they're sitting over there now seeing them off.
Wrap this up now and let our very busy crew get on with their work to get this flight ready to take these animals to liberty. There's another crate being loaded now. Thank you so much, everyone. Let me see if I can get our crew, the ADI crew, to wave to us. There they are. The crazy people waving to you is the ADI crew who've been looking after the animals for the last 18 months, and some of the officials in the Animal Welfare Division and the Wildlife Division who've made sure that these animals were set free. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting this. Your donations are what has made this happen. You've been amazingly generous to these animals, and I believe that you, like we do, know that these rescues are important because they encourage other governments to do the same. They encourage the media to support the campaigns to end the use of animals in circuses. Thank you so much, and please do continue to donate to these animals for now, for this rescue, but also for the rest of their lives at the ADI Wildlife Sanctuary. We'll catch up with you, hopefully, when we get to Mexico. Thank you so much.